Hey guys, okay, so this is going to be a very difficult video for me to film and possibly for some of you to watch. Um, Today I'm basically going to give you my life story and like a timeline of my insanity. Um, at the age of about 7, I showed symptoms of childhood depression. So most of the symptoms that children will show will include things like crying, agitation, being over emotional, but not really knowing how to explain it, being embarrassed about being over emotional. I used to get bullied quite a fair bit, and it made me very sad, obviously. Plus, I had some family things going on, and that was kind of sad. So I had a school counsellor kind of try and see me a few times, but that didn't work because I was only a kid. I didn't know how to explain what was going on. Then at about 12 or 13, my next symptom, which was an eating disorder, began. So I kind of decided that I didn't need to eat anymore. And then as soon as you stop eating and you start seeing results and you start feeling hunger, you stop wanting to eat more. So you kind of get stuck in this vicious cycle of just not eating and going and exercising, and then every time you do go to eat, you don't like, you freak out because you have to be very careful what you do eat in case you put on weight. Self-harm started at about 10, possibly. So yeah, 7, depressed child. About 10 or 11, self-harm started. It started, there were a few times when I was like a little kid where I would kind of just have an outburst and then pull my hair out, or I would scratch at myself like I was itchy, but I wasn't, and it was the only way that would really calm me down. I also used to bite myself when I was a kid because these are all ways that I guess self-harm starts, I don't know. And then actual self-harming, like I'd use safety pins and scratch myself. That began at the age of about 10 or 11. I was still in primary school, I know that. I think it was my last year of primary school, so it would have been like 11 or 12. Then at about 12 to 13, I just stopped eating most meals. And I'd exercise more, and then I just completely substituted everything for fruit and green tea. Then at about 14, I think, I was self-harming quite a lot, and I went on to my antidepressants, and that's when it began with Prozac. And I think at that stage also my school had me on quite a lot of counselling as well. So I was getting counselled at school, I think, as well as at a health centre. Bulk billing health centre. And that was at about 14, I think. Then my next symptom would have been at about... The eating disorder kind of got a little bit worse when I was about 16. It wasn't so much like a new symptom, but it was kind of like it was getting worse. And I was with someone who also had issues. So I stopped self-harming though at about 16, I think. 15 or 16. Yeah. Which is tricky, very tricky. And I still don't, but sometimes it's very tricky. Then at about 17 or 18, I started showing signs of like serious anxiety, which feeds into the depression because, yeah, sometimes life is really scary. And I was still on my antidepressants, and occasionally though, when you run out of them, or when you run out of your script or something, you kind of, obviously you can't take them, so you kind of, symptoms can change a little bit, but Anyways, so yeah, anxiety came up, and what happened next? Have a bit of psychosis as well, which is, it's more when you're stressed and you can't differentiate between like reality and dream, or you don't know whether you've done something or not, like your memory kind of goes a little bit. Yeah. Now, at the age of 19, I stopped taking my antidepressants, and I did very well for quite a long time. And now I am 20, and I think I need to go back onto my antidepressants, which is scary for me. But I think you guys know from my last video, I'm not coping all too well. And even now I'm fidgeting. Fidgeting is a major sign of being really uncomfortable with admitting things, or just being uncomfortable in general. Anyways, so basically I'm just making this video to let you guys know that obviously there's no shame in, you know, feeling things, and there's no shame in, you know, maybe not being so healthy. And the other thing I wanted to let you guys know is, even if you aren't taking an antidepressant, or if you stopped taking an antidepressant, that's not to say that you know, should feel any shame in going back on them. Final symptom, I'm also an alcoholic. Thanks, Mum and Dad. Yeah, I don't drink very healthily. Yeah, you know what I mean. I'm not a healthy drinker. So I've decided I'm not going to drink anymore, and I might go back onto my antidepressants just for a little bit. Yeah, it's scary. But just thought I'd let you guys know there's really no shame in it at all. You know, yeah, whatever it takes to get you better. That's all that matters. So yeah, that's my life. I started being depressed at the age of 7. Yeah, to the point of having crying outbursts in front of like everyone. Then I'd be taking days off because I was sad or whatever. Spent a lot of time with my mum. Yeah, so, oh well, that's the truth. That's my life story. Now you know it. And I hope I helped somebody somehow, in some way. Yeah, so fingers crossed for me. That's all. Yeah, so have a lovely day, guys. Please stay strong. And I know there's probably like a major trigger warning for this video. I tried to be as brief and as not in depth as I could, but it's a little bit sad. So, I love you guys. Please have a fantastic day, and you will see me in the next video, which I hope to actually be a lot happier in. I don't know what it will be though, so yeah. Anyways, bye.